Pregame.com.
Well, there are events when simply following the money can land you in the win column. He's Steve Fezzik. I'm Scott Spreitzer. Welcome to Pregame.tv. Steve, I got to ask you about this 4th of July hot dog eating contest. Joey Chestnut finally loses at Coney Island. I saw you tweet out, it's time to follow the market. I was busy with baseball. I should have listened to what you were tweeting out.
Absolutely huge upset here. Joey Chestnut goes down, loses outright as a huge favorite, and you should have seen it coming. How do you see it coming? How do you see one of the greatest upsets we've seen in hot dog eating contests since the movie Meatballs, when Fats took out the stomach? We all remember that. The stomach was worried he didn't want it bad enough, and the bettors knew Joey Chestnut was worried in this one. Opens up plus 8.5. Joey Chestnut is laying 8.5 to the field, the number 2 competitor. And what happens at Pinnacle? $500 limit. At Bookmaker, $500 limit. And the money just keeps pouring in on the field. Winds up closing. Now, $500 limit, so not big bets, but they keep stacking one after another. This one winds up closing the field plus 6.5. Lay $1.80, and 90% of the bets against on the spread betting here, we're on the dog. Someone knew something, and oftentimes all you need to do is look at that in the betting marketplace. You know that's sharp money, Scott Spreitzer.
And I'm sitting there and I saw it and I marked it down to check it out after I saw the tweet, but I'm busy watching those baseball line moves and I got tied up in that on Saturday. There were a ton of day games, obviously, being July 4th. I got to ask you a question, though. How do you root for your guy in a hot dog eating contest? Are you like standing on your chair rooting for like Joey Chestnut to hack it up or, toss his cookies or his hot dogs in this situation around the 50 hot dog mark?
I think it's similar to football, where you've got a dog that you bet on, and football, and you're rooting for them sometimes to come in through the back door. And I was rooting for a back dog hot dog against Joey Chestnut right here. And as it turned out, I didn't even need it because I wound up winning outright on this one. Important to note, though, if you're betting this, still can't bet on this stuff in Las Vegas. We'll be able to do that shortly, but in faraway places. And it's not just hot dog eating, it's all these type of sports, betting on the Academy Awards, betting on what color the Gatorade is going to be. If orange Gatorade in the SUper Bowl to get poured over the winning coach is plus 500 and goes down to even money, you can be sure it is orange Gatorade in those containers.
I'm not touching your backdoor thing for a second. That's the most I'm going to say about that. But as far as this is concerned, you spoke about it. You can't do this in the state of Nevada. You're not going to pluck down your money on a hot dog eating contest or on Gatorade in the SUper Bowl, what color it's going to be, because basically in Nevada, it's got to be found in the box score for it to be bettable in this state. You have to go to places that are far, far away from Southern Nevada to get involved with these kind of events. But, man, I think you're right on it when it comes to following the money in things like the color of the Gatorade, or in this case, who in the world would have thought about going against Joey Chestnut before we saw the market moving against him?
Right, I know. Kudos to Johnny Avello over at the Win. He can't book it, but he puts odds on the Academy Awards, so you can see that he has an Academy Awards party every year. So as far as making money, though, when bets I can actually make, absolutely. I'm a huge believer. I could handicap the hot dog eating contest or about 10 other events 24/7, not come up with the winner, because it's almost like insider information. I got to see where the sharp markets are moving and know that's probably the way to get the money, and that's what we're going to be doing all summer long. Pregame.tv.
Great close.